So we start with this position. It is white to play and win. How does white win? White to play and win. How? Easy.
Queen to f3.
Queen to f3. Yes, that wins. That is actually checkmate. This one here. White to play and win. Let me see if you could see the idea of this one.
Queen to e8. Wait.
Be
No.
careful. If you play queen e8, I play
Yep,
queen
yes,
takes queen.
queen is there and the rook is there. Could it be queen to e7? No.
The knight is
Sure, is there one
so
move?
Sure, is there no specific
No,
amount of moves? Or?
no, this is actually like a 2-move combination.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
About to see.
Is it
It's a
queen
2-move
e9?
combination, but it's not like a combination for, it's not like 2-move combination for an immediate checkmate or anything like that. Remember, I say it is white to play and win. It could be by checkmate or it could be winning material, but it's one of those two. It's either you win material or you checkmate your opponent.
So queen
So
e9?
it's one of those two. If you play queen takes knight, then queen takes queen.
Oh.
Because remember, it's protected. So you cannot just go and capture the knight, because if you capture, then queen takes queen, and that will be actually a problem there, you know. So what else?
Oh, bishop takes pawn on a6.
Bishop takes pawn on a6 sounds interesting.
Yeah,
if you play bishop takes pawn on a6, I could just play rook takes. Rook takes bishop.
I want to get queen to take.
Or why don't you play queen takes rook?
Bishop.
If you play queen takes rook, then
Queen b4.
There's a pawn there, you know.
Oh crap.
Queen b4, pawn takes queen. No, this is very interesting.
Bishop c6.
Well, if you attack the rook, I just move my rook. Bishop c6, I play rook b8. In this game, well, you have 30 more seconds because rook. I will give you 3 minutes. Queen takes rook, then queen takes queen.
And then rook to e8.
Then queen takes rook. And if bishop takes
queen.
And then king takes bishop. No, but then I move to the side because I will remain king knight and rook, and you remain only with king and rook in that variation. So that will not be working properly. But of course, 3 minutes has reached, so I will give you the answer, and then we will check the some of the moves that you were saying. For example, the winning move here is bishop to d7. This is a winning move. If queen takes, then we play queen takes rook here. Check. Queen blocks, and then we take the queen, and this is mate. Now, notice that in the other variation, for example, if queen doesn't take the bishop, and you say, coach, I don't have to take the bishop, I could just move my queen. If you just move your queen, then I win your knight. See, I have clear advantage, a whole piece up. This is the point. And so what else? Then I'm creating a double attack. And the point is that a move like queen takes here, well, you had said queen takes here. Queen takes here doesn't work because you gave me your queen for the rook, I take your queen. Then you play rook check, I take your rook. You play bishop takes, I take your bishop. So I remain with a rook and a knight. You only have a rook. So you could play check, no problem. I move out. I want to bring my rook out the next move. You could try another check, I move out. Now I will just bring my rook into the game. It's so funny because you don't even have this move, attacking the knight and attacking the pawn on a5. Because for a move like that, I could be clever and play a move like this, where if you take my knight, then you get checkmated. So forcing you now to see what you're going to do against this move. See, you don't have a check. This will make things worse for you because now I attack your rook and now you are going to be losing your rook or getting checkmated. So bishop d7 is just clear advantage. This is going to win a whole knight for free. And the black king, by the way, is looking worse than the white king. After a move like king here, bishop takes queen, for example. Notice how the rook on h8 is just not playing. That is a problem. And also now the queen could come to e7 saying check. So winning position for the white pieces. Let's go to the next one. This one, white to play and win. How? This is a very short combination for white. How does white win?
Pawn push.
Pawn push check. What will black play?
Queen takes.
What will you play?
Rook d8.
And what black will play?
Queen push back.
And what will you play?
I. And queen g7.
You're going to give away your queen?
King takes queen j.
Oh yeah, king's there.
But you could play queen f8.
Why, you're going to exchange queens? Didn't you just play rook d8 check and he blocked with the queen?
Yeah.
And so what are you supposed to do? Remember, these positions, not all of them are checkmate. Well, this one's supposed to be checkmate, but you all went for the long variation. By the way, pawn to g7 wins.
Checkmate.
You could just take the queen. Rook takes queen, that wins the queen. And after king takes, you also have queen takes e6 after. You see, the further you try to see in the calculation, the better you become. Because after king takes g6, notice that you could play queen takes g6, queen takes e6 check, and win the rook on c4. However, the variation that you all just went there is a 6-move variation, where the winning in this position is a 2-move combination.
Rook d8.
Of course, the other one is winning, and it's fine. I could take that, but just now I will give you what are my other opinions regarding that. That one is winning, yes, but I will give you 1 more minute to try to solve this.
Instead, start with rook d8.
Rook d8, exactly. When you have a combination and you see that a move is inserted at some point of time, you could always check the move order and start with this move. Rook d8, tremendous move. Attacking the queen, queen takes, and then queen takes a7 checkmate. Okay. Now, if I go here now, notice that, as I was saying before, pawn push wins because queen has to take, then check, then queen block, then rook takes check, then king takes, then queen takes here check, then king move, then you win the rook. Okay, then pawn push, and then you have to play queen here to make sure that pawn doesn't go too far. And this is winning. This is clearly winning. I agree with you that if you find that combination, you win. But the part when you start thinking here, when you thought here, like thinking what to do here, I mean, it's a free queen. So you take the queen, and then you have advantage. When you have things like this, don't wonder too much about it, So, but in the previous game, in the previous class, actually, what they said here, they played pawn takes. I was telling them this is a mistake because after pawn takes, then this check here is going to make you lose your rook. Then you have to block with queen to save yourself, and this game is winning for black is winning here, simply winning. Okay. the idea why rook d8 is better than g7, of course, because it's checkmate, but it's very practical for like fast games, for rapid play. If you're playing a tournament which is rapid and you reach this position and you only have, let's say, 40 seconds in your clock, you want to find rook d8 because rook d8 is mate, will lead to mate. Because now you're threatening pawn to g7 checkmate. You're threatening queen takes h7 checkmate. You're not even threatening to take the queen because once you push the pawn, the queen cannot take because it's pinned. Once you take the pawn, the queen cannot take because it's pinned. So now this is mate in 2. After you make this move, your opponent could think and do anything he wants. Your next move is checkmate. You see? But if you are in a game and you have only 1 minute left or 40 seconds and you start with the move pawn to g7, yes, this is going to win. Yes, check, correct, then yes, check. And you could do all of these as we were working on this variation. But now, by the time you reach here, there's still game to play. You still have to finish this game. And if you had only 40 seconds, you may actually end up even losing this game on time. A game that you are totally winning. If your time run out in this position, unless you have captured all of black pawns, if you run out of time, you lose the game. So for practical purposes, the other one is good because if you have plenty time, wins, and that's what you want, to win. But for desperate times, I mean, checkmate is what you want. Next position, this one here. White to play and win. This is easy.
Rook h8.
H8. White to play and win. Let me see who could find this one. White to play and win.
Queen to c1.
Queen to c1. Where will the king go?
Oh, wait.
King will go to
f6.
King will go to f6. And what will you do after? Queen c1, king f6.
Queen,
What do you do after?
Queen g5.
No, queen g5, king takes queen.
Sir.
Queen h6.
Queen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Queen h6.
Queen
Queen
h6.
h6.
So notice very important. When you are doing chess, you just have to calculate. Okay, so you calculate variations. You check where your opponent could go, and then check your candidate moves. So you say, okay, this one don't work, this one don't work, and then you will find your move. So chess, it's easy at your level. Now chess will become easier because what you have to become better at is calculation, seeing more moves. If you manage to see more moves than your opponent during the game, you are going to win a whole bunch of games. You will actually surprise yourself by how come I'm winning so much games? Because you are thinking about more moves, and thinking about more moves give you more chances of seeing victories, more chances of defending, and also reading your opponent. You will be able to read easily, oh, he just wants to do this, he just wants to do that, because you're looking not only at your moves, but also at your opponent's moves. So queen to c1 check, king move, and queen h6 checkmate. Very good. No ads. Let's go here. White to play and win. How? By the way, this is checkmate.
Bishop g5.
Continue.
Rook d8.
Very good. Checkmate. Next one here. Let me see who could solve this one. The previous class couldn't solve it. White to play and win. How? If I say white to play and win, and you look at black to play and win, black to play and win, and when you look at the white king, you realize one thing. The white king is safe, correct? The white king is safe. You are not going to checkmate the white king. but you are going to win in this position. If you cannot checkmate the white king because you look at the king looking safe, then you have to win the position based on winning material. So that is what you have to go for.
So you have
White
to try and
play
take the
and
queen.
Hmm?
So you have to try and take the queen.
Well, to take that queen, what would you take that queen with?
No,
You
I'm
have to
just
try to
implying.
find what is your advantage here. What is weak of white that you could exploit? Something is weak.
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
Yes, Liam.
Queen A7.
Queen A7, good. What are white's possibilities?
Block with the rook.
Now notice when you play queen A7 check, you are threatening to win a rook. You play queen A7, if you move the king, you play rook takes rook, and you're going to win a rook. So if white sees that, what will white play after queen A7? I will put it on the board. What will white play? Let me see if you could.
Block with the move the rook to D7 up to D4.
Very good. So you have found your opponent's best move. And then what move you will play now to just finish the combination? Here you have a winning move. Which one it is?
Rook to D8.
To D7.
Not rook D8, not rook D7. When a piece is pinned, you have the right concept. You have to attack it. But the problem is that you're attacking it with something that is too valuable.
Pawn E5.
Pawn E5. Attack it with something trivial, something that has less value. So queen check. Well, in this case, king moved. And then here, okay, you take here. But in the alternative answer, rook blocks. And here, pawn E5. Notice, if you block with rook, if you come here with rook, it doesn't work because he play pawns here and he saved himself. So here you have to play pawn to E5, and this is where the position works. Okay, so this is where pawn E5, and now you exploit the pin with a pawn, not with a rook. Okay, so pawn E5, exploit that diagonal there, and you win. Very good. This one here, black to play and win. Black to play and win. How does black win? Notice that white has, well, black to move. Notice that white has a lot of pieces there, okay? This is easy, by the way.
Queen captures rook on F1.
Queen captures rook on F1 is actually a mistake. Because you are going for a rook, but going for that rook is not going to save you. After you take the rook, king goes to E3, and your opponent has queen, king, rook, bishop, and 4 pawns. You only have a queen. So the winning the rook is not winning something.
Sir.
Pawn push to G5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pawn push to G5.
And then what will, well, king E5, E5, what would you play after king E5?
Queen takes rook. Takes rook.
Why? I'm telling you, taking the rook is not going to save you.
Oh.
Pawn G5 check, king E5, what should be your move?
Queen G4? No.
No.
Sorry.
Come on, guys.
Queen
You are missing
G3.
checkmating one.
Queen G3.
No.
Queen H2.
You're missing mating one.
Queen H2.
Queen E6.
No. Queen E6. Check. King move. Queen E6 checkmate. See, that was the move. Okay. Now, we are coming almost close to the end of the class. Remember these guys. I will send you the link on the via message on EduPage. Join so you could play some tournaments, okay? And you could play games. Next time when we play, when we come in class, We're going to have a class, and then we'll organize a virtual tournament, and you could actually play your games online among your friends. Okay, it's very cool. So in that way, you could have a lot of fun as well. I will explain some of the things about the site, how to gain more points, and all of that. Okay, it's a very interesting and fun way of playing chess online. Okay, so I'll just send you that link, and you could join, so we could have the classes like that. Well, that is all for today, and I will see you next week, please God.
Bye, coach.
Bye. Have another class.
Bye.
Okay, I see that some, well, Liam joined already. Thank you for joining.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Some others are joining as well.
I'm
We're going to start in
Maurice.
a, yes, I see Maurice. Then we have Liam. Okay, so we're going to start in 1 minute. So let's give a little 1 minute for the others to join, okay? Just 1 minute.
Wait, how come you have 2 accounts?
No, it's not 2 accounts. Well, it's the same account. It's just that in one I join with the phone audio, so I could speak with my earphones.
Okay.
It's the same account. One is for audio, and the other one is to share maybe screen or something like that. Okay.
It's 11:15, right?
Yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to start now, okay, and then the others will just join after.
I'm gonna get up all the